Hello and welcome to Car and Bike. I am Seshan Vijayaraghavan and with me today is the second generation Skoda Kodiaq. Yes, this is an all generation update and we see two variants over here. This is the Sportline and this right here is the top of the line L&K. And yes, there are some big updates and I'll be talking about them in this video. But before we move ahead, if you are new to the channel, do subscribe to Car and Bike, and while you're at it, hit that bell notification as well so you never miss an update from us. Visually, there is a new face over here. You can see a new grille. Now, this is more in line with Skoda's current lineup of cars. The design language is new, and there is also this horizontal LED line that splits the grille. Now, that is a good neat touch. We see in a lot of modern cars that touch has been added. Over here, you will find a set of new LED headlamps as well. These are, of course, Skoda's crystalline headlamps, but these are new. Over here, this is the Sportline trim. However, you will see that here the dark chrome treatment has been replaced by a glossy black treatment. Looks much sportier. This is something that I particularly personally like, but you do let us know in the comments which one is your favorite. As for the wheels too, you get 18-inch wheels on both these cars, but the pattern is different for each one of them. You get combination of black and silver dual tone treatment. The Kodiaq has been upgraded in terms of dimensions too. Yes, this is now 59 mm longer than the previous gen car, and that shows because it feels nice and long. Also, it looks a bit lower due to the overall new design, which is more rounded. However, it is not, with the ground clearance is at 155 mm, so that is a decent size. You'll also see that towards the rear too, you'll find those piano black treatment on the C pillar as well as the roof rails. On this L&K variant, you will find them in dark chrome, as I mentioned earlier. You also get a pretty good boot capacity over here. So now let me just show it to you. This is electric tailgate, of course, as before, but with all the seats up, it is 281 liters, but now I have the third row down and this is 786 liters. That is a very good capacity. And if you fold down the second row as well, then this can be extended to almost 2000 liters. That is close to 1970 liters. That is what you get over here. So yes, lots of space. But talking about space, let's go inside the cabin and see what has changed there. Well, right now I'm inside the cabin of the top of the line L&K trim. So as you can see, lots of features that enhance the overall comfort and cabin experience. Firstly, you get new seats. Yes, these are brown leatherette seats, but you also get ventilation and heating function. You also get massage function. So fully loaded version. Similar brown treatment and leatherette treatment has been added to the dashboard panels as well, with contrast stitching. And you also get these nice grey texture, these cement grey texture on the dashboard as well as the door panels. So looks quite premium. Even these handles that have been given have a nice sharp design to them. Attention has been given to that as well. The center console is nicely designed. It has several compartments for different things, like you have a compartment for your phone, which is also doubles up as a wireless phone charger. You have a compartment for your wallet. There are cup holders that you can split. You can get like 2 or 4 depending on how much you want. So overall, a nice setup.
Looking at the center console, you'll also notice that there is no gear selector here anymore. Well, that's because it has been moved to the steering column. Also, now Kodiaq comes with a set of multifunctional dials on the dashboard, which Skoda calls smart dials. They offer you access to a range of in-car functions like climate control, seat ventilation, and more.
Coming to the electronics, here you get a 13-inch touchscreen infotainment system. This is a new system loaded with all the connectivity suite, including Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Then you also get a fully digital cluster, driver's cluster. This is also quite intuitive, but we'll get to know about it more once we drive the car. The steering tool looks nice and premium. You have the L&K badging right here that denotes that this is the top of the line Skoda Kodiaq, of course. And finally, the panoramic sunroof. Now let's go at the back and see what kind of comforts you get there. Now, rear seat comfort has been enhanced. Of course, you get these seats which are nice. They give you good bolstering. That under thigh support is also decent, of course, but you can also recline these seats. So there is a tab over here, just pull it and you can recline them. You have a separate zone of AC for the rear passenger. So yes, you get 3 zone climate control, and you have the temperature control right here. You also have the air vents over here. Of course, but you don't have the blower control here. So that is a feature that is missing. But you have some simply clever features that Skoda offers. So there are pockets for the bigger, like a magazine or a laptop. You can also use the smaller pocket for your phone. So there is also these attachments. Of course, these are for aftermarket or accessory displays, entertainment displays that you can have over here. Another thing that is very unique is here you have a tray right on the center console. Now this offers you cup holders and some storage area. But since if you have 3 passengers over here, another person is sitting at the middle, then you can simply remove this, and you can have the third person sitting right here. Of course, this goes at the back then. But I think that most of the people buying this car will only have 2 passengers over here. So for that, it's a good comfort. You have a central armrest again with more cup holders. Then again, you have this sun blind as well, which is a very good feature, I think, and it is necessary in every family car. And overall, a nice setup. The third row, of course, is decent for kids, but even adults can sit there for shorter journeys. Well, this is the Sportline trim, and as you can see, the visual difference inside the cabin is vast. Firstly, instead of those leatherette material, you get Alcantara treatment over here, and similar treatment has been given to the dashboard panels as well. The grey texture we saw on the L&K trim has been replaced by this different texture. This is more silverish, so yes, you get that as well. However, the design of the handles and every element is similar. The seat design is changed different, and I personally like this. However, you do not get ventilation function in this particular trim. You only get heated function, and the massage function also goes missing. Apart from that, rest of the features are identical. You still get the 13-inch display, you still get digital cluster. The steering gets a different treatment. Here you get a more spotted leatherette feel on the steering wrapping. So that again adds to the sporty touch. And of course, the rear seat experience is also similar. You get power adjustability for driver as well as the co-driver in both these cars. Both these cars comes with these adjusters as well, so you can extend the under thigh support, and the steering too is adjustable for height and reach. Now, as for the engine options, you still get the 2-liter turbocharged petrol engine over here. Now, this makes close to 201 brake horsepower and 320 Newton meter of peak torque. As for the transmission option, you only get a DSG automatic unit with both these options, and that is a pretty capable one. But we'll talk more about that once we get to drive the car. Now, in terms of pricing, we do not have it yet, but if Skoda announces them before this video goes live, then you will see them on the screen or in the description box below. But you do let us know in the comments, what do you think about the new Skoda Kodiaq, and do you think that this will see the same kind of success that the first generation models saw in India? And for more such videos, keep following Car and Bike. And if you have any more comments or suggestions, put them down in the comment box below.